Welcome to the Egg Whisperer Show, a program exclusively designed to promote reproductive health awareness and discuss fertility preservation options. Here is your host, the Harvard-educated fertility specialist, Dr. Amy.
She's known as the Egg Whisperer.
Fertility expert Dr. Amy Vazadeh.
And you have yet another success story
Just launched by an East Bay fertility doctor.
Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of the Egg Whisperer Show. I'm Dr. Amy, a fertility expert, and people are telling me all the time about Kardashian fertility. And just the other day, one of my closest friends said to me, "Hey Amy, did you hear that Khloe Kardashian is freezing her eggs?" And I said, you know what, I have so much in common with the Kardashians. They talk about fertility all the time. I talk about fertility all the time. So I thought, the next show, I'm going to do it all about Kardashian fertility and what the last 10 years have taught us. So here is lesson number 1. Your mom's fertility is really important. So we know that Kris Jenner had 6 kids, 4 from her first husband and twins from her second. Were the twins natural? Did she use fertility treatment? Who knows? But it doesn't really matter. So it's important to talk to your mom about her fertility. Our dad obviously may not know so much about when his mom went into menopause, but these things are important, and there are fertility tests that you can do and genetic variants that you can have screened to see if you're at risk for having things like early menopause. So get screened early. Lesson number 2 is freeze your eggs for husband number 2. I'm trying to be funny. But recently, just like I said, Khloe Kardashian Kourtney came out and said that she wants to freeze her eggs, and she's 38 years old. And we already know that she has 3 kids. God bless her for wanting more. So how easy is it to freeze your eggs for someone who's 38? And what are the chances for getting pregnant? So I said, you know what? I'm going to do some math for my audience. So this is a great website. I'm going to post it as a link so you can go to this too. It's from Harvard. And what you can do is put your age, put potentially the number of eggs your fertility doctor tells you, maybe your potential number of eggs that can be retrieved, and then you'll find out what your pregnancy rate is. So this is what I did for Kourtney. I put in that she's 38 years old. I said, you know what? Average number of mature eggs is probably around 7. And what this means is that her chance of having one baby is about 34%. So a lot of people would say, why would I go through a procedure like that for only a 34% chance of having a live birth? Well, then I said, you know what, I'm going to change the age. Let's make it 40 years old, also 7 eggs. And that means a 40-year-old who has 7 mature eggs frozen has about a 22% chance of having a live birth. So then I said, you know what, I want to teach everyone about how important it is to get your fertility levels checked early. And if you want to freeze, consider doing it as young as possible. So then I said, you know what, I'm going to make it 25 years old, 17 eggs, because if you have, let's say, about 7 eggs at 38, chances are at 25 you'll have about 17 mature frozen for you. I'm just kind of thinking these things through. 86% chance of a live birth at that age, and 57% chance you'd be able to have more than one child from a frozen batch of eggs at 25. So that's what Kourtney's egg freezing story tells me to teach you, because I know that so many people will look at that and say, well, I'm going to freeze my eggs and wait till I'm 38 just like her. And so now that you know this math lesson, now that you know that these resources are out there, you can go to them yourself and get educated. So lesson number 3 is it just takes 1 egg and maybe 40 million sperm cells, but it does take 1 egg. So from Kim's first pregnancy, we know that she had been told that she had the eggs of, I think she was quoted as saying, the eggs of a 50-year-old. So that means that maybe she was close to menopause, and she was surprised that she even got pregnant naturally with Kanye. And then she struggled for baby number 2. And so Paula, my producer, and I have come up with a really short skit, so bear with us. Okay, ready? Paula?
It's really hard. I've been keeping track of my ovulation and keeping a strict schedule. This is really taking the fun out of it. Hey, Kanye, come home. I'm ovulating. Get home now.
I'm in the studio. Yeah, I mean, do we feel sorry for them? I mean, no, but they're people too. And so trying for a pregnancy is really a lot of work. So lesson number 4 is that pregnancy isn't easy, and it can even be dangerous for some women. So reportedly, Kim went through several cycles of IVF, and she suffered from a complication. Some reports say preeclampsia and placenta accreta, but we know that she had to have 3 surgeries after her second delivery, and that's why she ended up thinking about a surrogate. So then we go on to her needing a surrogate, and then lesson number 5 is that pregnancy can affect your body image. So we followed Kim Kardashian through how she gained weight, how she struggled to lose weight, and she's just like everyone else. I mean, not all of us are going to have the trainers and the nutritionists and the personal chefs that she has, but it's really important to know that, you know, she is like everyone else, and that pregnancy can really affect your body and your body image. So now for lesson number 6. Cocaine is bad for your fertility. This was a big part of the show because we know that Khloe Kardashian, another one of the sisters, she tried to get pregnant with her first husband, Lamar. They went to fertility clinics. We watched them go through that, and we know that Lamar had problems with cocaine. So if you're going to do drugs and try and get pregnant, don't do drugs and don't do cocaine. That's lesson number 6. Lesson number 7 is that low fertility does not mean no fertility. So right now we know that Khloe's pregnant with a new partner. And she went into the fertility doctor. It was on the show. You can watch it. And the fertility doctor told her that she did not have eggs that looked her age, meaning she had lower fertility than someone of her age. And then she got pregnant, and she's going to deliver here soon. And so just because someone tells you you have low fertility, for me, it means think about your future. And if you happen to get pregnant, that's awesome. But maybe go get your fertility levels checked to see what your chances are for baby number 2, because maybe that's a time to consider an embryo freezing procedure called IVF, or do an egg freezing procedure so that you can take your time and decide when pregnancy is right for you. So now, the next lesson, number 8. Having a baby can be complicated, and the relationships you have with the people that you have babies with are lifelong. So that's what Rob Kardashian and Black China taught us. So if you're going to have a baby, realize that this is a lifelong relationship and you want to get along as much as you can for the sake of the baby. So now for the next lesson, number 9, the younger you are, the easier it is to get pregnant. So I don't even know which one this is.
Kylie.
Okay, lesson number 9 is that the younger you are, the easier it is to get pregnant. So Kylie Jenner is 20. She's the only one that didn't have to go see a fertility doctor. So I don't think it's a conspiracy that we had Kim Kardashian pregnant, or her surrogate was pregnant, Kourtney pregnant, Kylie pregnant. It seems like everyone was pregnant except Kris Jenner, and maybe she's going to carry Kim's next pregnancy. Probably not. So lesson number 10, the most important lesson is don't believe what you read online. Don't use celebrity fertility news to guide you. Get a fertility health checkup. Go to eggwhisperer.com, see your local doctor, and get ahead of infertility. Have a great night.
Welcome to the Egg Whisperer Show, a program exclusively designed to promote reproductive health awareness and discuss fertility preservation options. Here is your host, the Harvard-educated fertility specialist, Dr. Amy.
She's known as the Egg Whisperer.
Fertility expert Dr. Amy Vazadeh.
And you have yet another success.
Welcome to the Egg Whisperer Show, a program exclusively designed to promote reproductive health awareness and discuss fertility preservation options. Here is your host, the Harvard-educated fertility specialist, Dr. Amy.
She's known as the Egg Whisperer.
Fertility expert Dr. Amy Vazadeh.
And you have yet another success story
Just launched by an East Bay fertility doctor.